Why is it so difficult to buy local produce? Why can't we have access to produce that's been growing near where we live? So that's where the idea for my company came from. My name is Ewozo Nzegu. I live in Portsmouth, I live in Southsea. I've been here for about 18 or 19 years now, so it really is home for me and my family. I moved down for work and I just stayed because I loved it so much. Now, one of the things I've really grown to love over the years is food. I mean, I just absolutely love food. I love cooking it, I love making it. I love sharing it with my family and friends, and I think they quite like it too. And that drew me into the world of baking, which is something I'm quite known for. We spend money every week on our household shop, and I just thought, wouldn't it be nice if more of what we spent on our shopping went on local produce that's just been grown around where we live? One of the things that I love to do with my friends is something called Beer and Bike Club. We just cycle out to a local country pub, have a few beers and some lovely food, have some chat, and have a good time. And one of the favourite pubs is the Victoria Inn in West Marden. Toby, I've just had your steak and ale pie. Fantastic. I was just wondering, because I'm setting up this company to supply local food, and I was wondering, do you know any local producers around here, or where did the meat come from for that pie?
Well, we source the meat locally.
Yeah.
We're in West Marden.
Yeah.
And it comes from a farm called Adsty, which is also a little village about 2 miles away.
Yeah, I know Adsty Farm because I cycle past it, but I've never been in there. So
well worth going. So,
yeah.
You know, the great thing is it's, you know, there's less food miles. It's locally produced.
Well, I'm going to definitely go and call on them. What's the farmer's name?
So you've got Tim and Claire, the husband and wife that own the farm.
Right, I will go and see them because
Excellent.
that looks really good. I don't think I've ever been this close to cattle before, but they're really big, aren't they?
Yeah.
What's really nice is that they're here. You can see them. You know, they well looked after. You know, they look very relaxed and happy. They've got lots of space, and it's all local. It's all part of the countryside, which is brilliant. And I think that's what people, you know, they buy meat from a supermarket or stuff. They don't have no idea where it's come from.
Or where it's been.
I've seen this place loads of times just cycling past, but I've never actually been inside to see what you have.
Yeah.
And it's only from speaking to Donna and Toby at the Victoria Inn who said where they get their meat from. Yeah,
yes.
So this is great. Just seeing what you have here. How long have you farmed here for?
Well, we've been farming here for 65 years, and we've had the farm shop going for 40 odd years.
Yeah.
And we've been selling local produce for years.
Yeah.
A little bit out of the way here, so not everybody comes here all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we have to get out.
Yeah.
And meet people like you.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to meet you. So what sort of cuts of meat do people...
Well, we do everything. We do our own beef,
Yeah.
and so we supply everything to do with beef.
Yeah,
And then pork, we've got all our own pigs,
Yeah.
and they're all reared here,
yeah,
and they're butchered here,
Yeah.
cured here, sausages are made here. Everything to do with pigs is all made here, even salami we make.
Oh, fantastic.
And then we get local lambs from a farm next door and another farm a couple of miles away.
Yeah,
So we do what we can to
Yeah.
get as much local as we can.
yeah. Well, I think in a few minutes I'll get to have a go at seeing you make sausages as well, because you make your own sausages.
Oh, I
here.
won't be making those. Trevor makes those, and he can talk a lot better than me. So.
Brilliant. And what sort of livestock do you have in terms of the cattle and what's the pigs? We're going to go and see some in a minute.
Right, yes. Well, we've got pigs. Some of them are saddlebacks, which is a fairly old breed.
Yeah.
And then they're crossed with a large white bull.
Yeah.
And it gives you sort of a fairly white pig.
Yeah.
And on the cattle side, they're all Sussex, Aberdeen, Angus cross. Sussex being a local breed, so
Yeah.
we're happy to have those. And they're all a bit mixed up, but yeah,
Yeah.
keeps us going anyway.
Yeah,
Yes,
fantastic.
yes.
So Trevor,
Yes,
I hear you're the king of sausage making.
amongst other jobs here, yeah, that's right.
Excellent. So you're going to show me what you've got here.
Machine's on, so what we're going to do now is bring this up, because this piston will come up to the top, like that.
Yeah.
I'll bring that across, and that will seal it up.
Yeah.
Now, as I'm doing this, the harder you pinch the skin, the thicker the sausage, and I'm just using my left hand to guide it off like that.
Yeah.
Right, you're going to have a go now.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
So you're right-handed, I take it?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, that's handy. That's it, just... That's it.
All right.
A little bit thicker.
Thicker.
Just support it a little bit on your left hand. Go on. That's it, it's not bad. Not bad for first attempt. Now I've done this,
Yeah.
I'll show you how we actually link these. So
Yeah, it always looks like magic when I've seen it before.
you double up like that and just pinch that
Yeah.
and twist. And hold it like, and what's about the width of your hand, like that, okay?
Okay.
And you pinch, twist, and under.
Oh my goodness.
So do you want to have a go at that?
Yeah, okay.
Go, sorry.
All right.
Right,
So the hand span,
use your fingers.
use my fingers.
Yeah,
Okay.
over
Over
and under.
and under.
That's it.
Right. I'm doing it. Amazing.
He's the man, look at that.
The quality of the produce, how well looked after the animals are, is just fantastic. So I decided to take some of the sausages that I made with Trevor on Tim's farm and try them out with some of my friends. My wife and I had a couple of friends who live on the same road as us, and we had them over, a bit of wine, and taking the pork and leek sausages that I'd made, cooked in the hole for them and to see how they liked it. The thing is, when you buy something from the supermarket or anywhere, you don't actually know where it's come from. Whereas I want to go out to the places where it's made so people can say, oh, that comes from this farm. Like the sausages that we're going to eat tonight were I made on that farm yesterday.
Are they ones that you made?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Here we go, guys.
Thank you.
Lovely toad in the hole there. Let's tuck in. Let's tuck in. I'm really looking forward to trying these sausages. Mmm. Oh, that's good. One of the things that Tim told me about is another farm nearby that grow vegetables. So he said, this guy called Richard in Bosham, who has a fantastic vegetable farm, go and see him. So that's what I did.
We've got about 150 acres here. It's not all vegetables, some of it is cereals as well.
Yeah.
But we grow about 40 acres of veg, and that includes things like cauliflower, cabbage, leeks,
Yeah.
broccoli, purple sprouting,
Yeah.
courgettes, pumpkins
Wow.
when they're in season.
Yes.
Just a mixture of everything, really.
I just think we need to be more self-sufficient. We've got so much great stuff being produced locally, and we don't have as much access to it as I think we should have access to it.
I think now is the time to really promote,
Yeah.
homegrown
Yeah.
produce,
Yeah.
and then people will start to realise,
Yeah.
where it comes from, and
Yeah.
what a lot of air miles, a lot of these crops have ended up with,
Yeah.
or sea miles,
I hope so. I mean, I think fundamentally it tastes better as
Definitely.
well, and that's what I think people will notice, because people are into their food these days,
Yeah.
and that's what I want my company to do. One of the elements that I knew would be really important to the business, to a startup, is social media. I got Sarah to come along to Richard's vegetable farm and take some photo shots, so I'm really looking forward to seeing those photos live on the website. It's been such a journey for me. I haven't known where it's going to take me. I had a vision of where I wanted to be, but I didn't know what all the steps would be to get there. I've learnt so much about finance, about marketing, about supply chain, about pricing, things like that, which I had never spent much time doing. But it's just been a fantastic journey. I've got the producers lined up, I've got the branding done, the website is up and running. Now I've got to take the really big step of launching.